Hello, hello, everybody. I'm Sharan Goodspeed Keaton, Director of COT Productions and Civic Impact for Fort Worth Opera. I am here once again with the Adia Evans. She is a Fort Worth Opera Hattie Mae Leslie resident artist, and we're very happy to have her. For those of you who don't know, and if you don't know, shame on you, but for those of you who don't know, March is Women's History Month. And I think that it's probably one of the most important months or celebrations ever because none of us would be here if it wasn't for some woman who gave birth to us. I just referred to my mom basically as some woman. Scratch that. Okay.
Women.
Anyway.
some of those moms are some women to you.
That is very valid.
That's fine.
There's somebody out there going, oh, my mom is some woman. So, okay, Adia, hi.
Hi.
I am excited to talk to you about, I think that every person who makes it as far as you have made it, and you have done in your short career a lot of really amazing things, from just being in different young artist programs to covering roles and working with some really amazing people to winning some contests and some money. And I'm loving all of that. You're a great person. You're an immensely talented singer. Talk to me about the women in your life, or even if there are women that you've never met, but just their sheer imprint on the arts community helped you to get where you are today.
Wow. Okay, great question. Shout out to you. When we talked about this originally, I was thinking about how many women who have impacted me artistically. Because I think classical music can be thought of as a real male-dominated field, especially administratively.
Absolutely.
And the folks who are leading opera companies can be thought of as like, oh, this is a white man's game.
Absolutely, yeah.
Most of my coaches have been women. I'm coaching with Kathy Kelly right now. I've coached with Carrie Ann Matheson. I just have been around so many amazing coaches and artists throughout my career. So I just want to shout out those people.
Yes.
Two people, one, if we're talking about where we are today in terms of someone who I've been exploring more, who I obviously explored a lot in my childhood, was Harriet Tubman. But I am singing, and something that we will present later, the aria that I've chosen, is from Harriet Tubman and Nkuro Koye's Harriet Tubman.
Nice.
And the aria is I Am Moses Liberator, and I just first of all, I love that entire opera. It's online, if you would like to find it.
Check it out.
Go check it out. Opera companies, please have it come, because it's one of those things.
Produce
it. It's just an incredible piece of artwork.
Yeah.
It chronicles the entirety of Harriet Tubman's life.
Wow.
So a lot to cover. But from the incident, I should say the majority of her life, because we allow her to keep her power by the end of it. She does not die at the end.
Nice.
And in the beginning of the opera, we also have this incident where she's just got an injury, got a hit in her head, and she sort of chronicles her life through this opera, and I think it's incredible to sort of watch her evolution. She has 3 different arias through this opera. The one that I present is the final one, where she has each of them are sort of rediscoveries of her own identity. I love exploring a character and a person like Harriet Tubman, and the strength that she built over time.
Absolutely.
And she's also a Marylander. She's also
Shout out to Maryland.
And so it was really incredible for me to sort of embody someone who is so close to me as a character.
Yeah.
Lineage-wise and just identity-wise. So, and power-wise, I think it's important for us as musicians to always select people who are sort of closest to our personality.
Absolutely.
And I just admire all of her grit. And so that's artistically right now, in terms that is what I've been auditioning with and starting with, and giving people sort of an impression of my person through my artistry, and I just want to shout that out in terms of where I am. But big inspiration for me, life-wise, artistically, is my mom. My mom herself is an artist. Her name is Linda Denise Fisher-Harrell.
Shout out to Miss Linda.
Shout out to Mom. So she's a wonderful artist and a great human being. I've watched her build her career over the course of 30 years. I greatly admire how she has evolved. It evolves her career over the course of her life, and as her goals have changed, as her life has changed, and always prioritizing excellence and prioritizing her vision. And she's been able to do that through dance, through her studies as a student, continuing to study. She decided to go back to school and get her master's when she was 38 and pregnant with my little sister, and got her master's through all of that after a full career with Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater and Hubbard Street Dance. She is now back at Hubbard Street after 10 to, I don't remember. She'll look her up. She's great. But
Google her mom.
Google Mom. After almost 15 years at Towson University, teaching and also at Ailey Camp and teaching and doing all those things, and then going to Hubbard Street Dance to be an artistic director and reshaping her career that way. So artistically, that is the goal for me, for myself, is to be able to continue to evolve my art so that I can make an impact on the people who I can make an impact on.
That's awesome.
And on the industry as a whole. And I always admired her artistry in that way, and her relentlessness in pursuing what she wanted to pursue and pursue her purpose, and continue to sort of grab her goals as she wants them, and she grabs them. So
I love that.
That's my mom, and I love that about her. So.
I love that. I think that it is so important for everyone, but definitely for women, definitely for Black women, to have role models, ones that you can easily ascertain, ones that you can touch, ones that you can call on the phone and ask for advice, but also ones that you can just observe from afar, living or dead, and really be able to find inspiration in what they've accomplished, what they've done. And I think for me, that really is the truth about Women's History Month. I know that it was created initially for honoring women who are in the history books, women who have had an impact on this country, on this world. The first female, pilot, or the first this, that, and the other. And maybe those people are truly inspirations to us, and they are. But your mom, that's history. And there you go. I'm very grateful, ladies and gentlemen, for her mom and for this opera, Harriet Tubman, because our history begins right here. Our history begins with Adia Evans, who will go down in the history books as a really amazing soprano and a really amazing human, and her mother and every other woman who has touched her life has contributed to this history in the making. So happy Women's History Month. I'm Shireen Goodspeed Keaton, and this is Adia Evans.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.